Thing that's completely new to us. All right.
And I'm talking about the U.S. market predominantly.
Of course. But
China is owned by oligarchs, and Europe is some family that's been around for decades or hundreds of years. And that kind of.
Okay, really interesting. It's much different than I thought it was. Okay, so now we're effectively at the point where we got the features nailed together. We effectively know, we have a general idea of who the provider should be. The only thing we haven't really touched upon is the price and the pricing method. And so I was really curious to know, how do you think, and this is going to be a very open question, and that's made on purpose, but how do you think we should approach pricing for a solution like this? Our benchmark revealed a couple of different ways to do that. Some people charge kind of a per room, depending on how many rooms are covered by the solution, you charge a certain fee and setup is free. Other firms charge kind of a flat fee that you have to pay regardless. Other firms simply charge a one-time setup fee, and then you're ready to go. So strictly from a demand point of view, as a hotel, what makes more sense to you?
I think, the variables that go into this would have to do with the kinds of hotels you're looking for. If you're saying, I want to do this in every hotel in the world, it'd be really hard to come up with a consistent pricing model because, they think differently, and they're appealing to things differently, and they have different, central cost funds. What I'm trying to get at is per room is pretty straightforward, and when you think about hotels that are larger, there's certainly economies of scale that can be achieved, and that way, you're getting more money for your solution. But they would expect to pay more money for a solution because for every dollar they're investing, they're expecting to return a component of it. And if you have more rooms, you get more return. If what you do is very inexpensive, then a flat fee works because you can just duck it in somewhere and just say it's what it is. If at my hotel, in my 22-room inn, I wouldn't pay for something on a per room basis. I would just say, how much is it? You'd say it's $2,000. I'd say, okay, fine.
Yeah.
If you're to say to me it's $10,000, I'd say, sorry. This just isn't going to work. But at a 500-room hotel, you go in and say $2,000, and they'll be leaving money on the table. So I would come up with something that's scalable.
Okay. Yeah, I see. Makes sense. And actually, this is something that I have literally no idea about at this point. But when you take a billionaire, you can pretty much say how much is going to be a lot of money for that guy. Say $500 million. And when you take a guy that earns minimum wage, you can say, all right, for that guy, a lot of money is going to be $5,000. And what I want to get at here is, do you have any idea about what would be a lot of money for, say, a classic 200 rooms Hilton? What would be a lot of money for a solution like this for them? Do you know?
I see. Well, part of it has to do with accounting treatment, right? So if it is a operational item, anything over $2,000 or $3,000 is probably a lot of money because they have to figure out how to tuck it in somewhere, and those budgets are pretty tight. On a capital basis, which is essentially being annually improved by an owner, and you depreciate it, you are talking more money. What I would do to answer that question more definitively is I would go to that trends book, because I think what you'll see is what you're talking about probably fits into either the marketing level or the maintenance level. It's either one or the other, or maybe a combination of the two. That would have to fund this, and you would see what those hotels do on a annual basis in cost or budget, and then you can see what you tuck in there. That's how I'd approach it.
Okay.
I would also invest in STR research to get a sense of the top line. So if you're,
STR?